So tonight, Cal and I are hitting a pull workout that I just came up with earlier. I wrote a whole new split out. It's push-pull legs. I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow, rep sets, everything. Right now we're hitting Smith machine barbell rows, an accessory movement for the pen lay row, and we did some weighted pull-ups, and still got to do shrugs. I'm not going to do biceps today because I just did biceps a couple days ago before I made this split. And we hit the push workout yesterday. It's going to be two types, a hypertrophy workout and a strength workout. Right now we're doing the strength workout, just testing it out, and tomorrow we'll do the leg workout. Alright, so as you guys saw in that last clip, as promised, I'm bringing you my workout routine that I just came up with. It's push-pull legs, like I said. It's 3 strength days, 3 hypertrophy days, split up into push-pull legs, obviously. And so I wrote out all of my primary focuses on this split. I'm running this during a cut still. So I start out with push day with my primary focus on this split being upper chest, hamstrings, the side delt, and always trying to bring on my abs. So there will be lots of abs included in various days. Might add it at the end or the beginning, as long as it's not before a leg day, then it's okay with me. So the push workout, I'll go through the strength portion first, and then I'll do the hypertrophy workouts after. So we have the strength push day, consists of incline bench press, which is the main movement. Your bread and butter, really what you're trying to improve on, and that is 3 to 6 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Like I said, really trying to bring up the upper chest. So the incline dumbbell press is a good way to start. I've done it like this in the past, and instead of OHP or bench press, I've done 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps or 5x5s on incline dumbbell press, because I was pretty strong at one point, but the lack of really incorporating it in my routine, I want to put it at the top so I can really try to focus on it. Next is incline hammer strength press, which is the same movement just with a machine, and it allows you to really control it on the way up and control it more on the way down. This is going to be your assistance movement to the primary movement being the incline dumbbell press. So the incline hammer strength, like I said, allows you to really focus on the contraction and focus on the eccentric part of the movement, and it's really built to just, again, bring up that upper chest and really assist in all the levels of the incline dumbbell press. So that's 4 to 6 sets of 5 to 8 reps. And then, so the rest of this workout is basically just a little bit, I tried to find movements where you could really hit the shoulders and the chest, or the triceps and the chest, or the triceps and the shoulders, with just choosing from 5 to 6 exercises, because you don't want to add too much volume in, because you are going to be hitting these body parts 2 times a week. So I have the Arnold press in here, 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And then I have a side lateral spot, because, like I said, I'm trying to bring up the the side delt area. So I have 3 sets of 10 to 15 at the end, cable, dumbbells, or machine, single unilateral movement for that, unless you're doing the machine lateral, which I guess you could do unilateral too, but I'll just choose from any one of those at the end. I'll probably do cable, and then the next time this workout comes around, I'll do the dumbbells, or I'll do the machine, or vice versa, and I'll just keep rotating those 3 movements in on this day. And so there's another spot in here I have, just because I want a tricep movement, but I don't want to overload them too much, so I have the Smith machine close grip bench press in here, 3 to 5 sets, 6 to 8 reps. It gets a little bit of that flat chest movement with obviously your triceps being the main focus in that, and the chest being kind of the secondary, and obviously you're going to be using your front delts. so that's why I've kind of lowered the volume in the front delts. And if you're wondering why rear delts aren't on here on the strength day, I am going to do rear delts on the pull day, and then I'll show you guys what I'm doing with the hypertrophy after. So that was strength push, incline dumbbell press, incline hammer strength press, Smith machine close grip bench press, Arnold press, which is like, you know, rotating your wrists out, and then I had the side lateral movement in there. Like I said, 3 sets, 10 to 15, really focusing on the movement, not going, you know, too fast or whatever. And then we have the strength pull workout. So this is pull A, and then the other workout will be pull B, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, with the warm-up kind of movement being pull-ups on the assisted machine, really focusing on squeezing at the top and trying to really control it on the way down. Is a good way to get the lats going and fired up a little bit. So the main movement we're going to be doing on pull day is the pen lay row, and I'll show you guys a clip of that right now. From the other workout we did the other night, where we went through this pull workout to see, you know, just how I felt about it, you know, performing all the exercises. Basically, an underhand barbell row from the ground. It's really good. It's a good movement to, when you're focusing on a big bench press or maybe an incline press, to do the pen lay row, because it's kind of essentially the same movement, just reversed. So I have 3 to 6 sets on that, the 3 to 5 reps. Main movement being pen lay rows, and the secondary assistance movement being barbell Smith machine rows, like you saw me in the video the other day. 4 to 6 sets, 3 to 5 reps. Same thing with the Smith machine. It allows you to really control the movement on the way down and the way up, and you can squeeze harder and longer. That is why it's there. And obviously this is being overhand and the pen lay row being underhand. It gets to have wide grip pull-ups, or sorry, not wide grip pull-ups, weighted pull-ups with holding the weight with your feet, because my gym doesn't have a belt where you can wrap the chain around the dumbbell, things like that. So holding it with your feet, bringing your knees up, which makes it actually a little bit harder, engages the abs a little bit, and just really making sure that you're coming all the way up and you're extending the lats on the way down. 3 to 5 sets, 6 to 8 reps. I feel 8 reps is kind of like a perfect rep range for pull-ups. So I haven't done weighted pull-ups in a while, just because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of holding the weight with my feet because it comes out a lot, but I'm going to do my best, try to keep my core engaged more. And then for the other 2 movements, bicep being barbell curls, 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 reps, and face pulls for rear delts, 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. And the main reason I have just one of each is because barbell curls are a great mass builder, and they're good for keeping everything in line. And on my hypertrophy workout, I'll go and split it up into 2 heads. So we have the barbell curls and then the face pulls, obviously, for the rear delts. Just one movement on that as well, with there being another spot if I wanted to, maybe for forearms or a bicep shaper movement, something I can do at the end, maybe to burn out the biceps, maybe some cable curls. If, you know, I feel like that's necessary, I have another slot for that at the bottom. And then the leg workout will be starting off with front squats. That will be the main movement. They are on the Smith machine because I'm really trying to focus on controlling it the most. That's the keeping your back straight and make sure you're getting enough depth while keeping your chest up and straight on the front squat is hard. So I've been doing them on the Smith machine, kind of get used to it a little bit. Same thing, 3 to 6 sets, primary movement, 3 to 5 reps. Just focus on really banging out those hard ones, 3 to 5, and it's heavy, and just focus on really polishing the movement up. And then the accessory movement for do them in my video before, the barbell sissy squats, holding the barbell behind you, essentially like a deadlift, but you're holding the bar behind you, and it's quite a killer on your hams, just because all the weight is kind of on the back end instead of in front of you, where it puts more stress on your back. This puts a lot of stress on the glutes and the adductors all throughout the back of your leg. So I have 4 to 6 sets, 5 to 8 reps on that. And then Smith machine lunges, just because I started doing these on the unilateral day I had, my leg day that I had the other day, and it was killer after. I'm going to share some of those movements with you after. I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be doing. Oh, shit. Oh, God. We have fallen. We good? We good? We good? Alright, we're good. Okay, so like I was saying, Smith machine lunges, 3 to 5 sets, 6 to 8 reps. These are obviously killer for the glutes, because you're doing them one at a time, and sometimes I have to take 2 to 3 rests just to get through the whole thing, because they're just so killer on my legs, and I get a good pump when I do them, and it works. So I have kind of a little burnout movement for the end for the hamstring, since that is one of my focuses. The standing leg curl, 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12, a little bit higher on this one, because like you guys have seen me do in my videos before, I use a leg extension machine, one leg at a time, and I kind of lean forward and curl, because I don't like the seated machine at my gym, which is a great controlling the weight on the way down and making sure you're squeezing at the top. And sometimes that's hard to do when you're kind of curling in like this, as opposed to when you're curling out, when you're standing up and you're curling. So I like that movement better. It's personal preference for me again. And then I have the seated calf raise on there, 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Yeah, so those are my strength days, guys. What my primary focus is, and the warm-up for that would be the leg extension, just to kind of get the legs, the blood, and everything moving a little bit. So now we're going to go through my other 3 workouts, my hypertrophy workouts. I'll probably do, strength. The first part of the week will be strength, push, pull, legs. I'll have a day off, and then I'll do my hypertrophy workouts. Excuse me. Alright, so again, we have the push hypertrophy workout, warm-ups being, again, dips, shoulders, triceps, get the chest involved, and then the strength part of my push day is really more focused towards chest, whereas the hypertrophy workout is more focused towards shoulders as the primary muscle being targeted, and that's just because I'd like to, I don't want to leave anybody out as far as what muscle groups I'm training. So I'm starting off with the Smith machine incline bench press, 3 sets, 8 reps. And if you're wondering why it's still an incline movement, is because when you have a 45-degree angle, it hits the front delts better than just a straight up or, a bench press. So I figure I can get a little bit of more shoulder activation, and I could still keep the upper chest volume in there. And then I have dumbbell flat press with a twist at the end. So you're coming up, you got your dumbbells here, come up to the top, and then I'm gonna kind of like a fly movement, but I'm gonna keep everything straight and just turn my wrists in and squeeze at the top of the movement for my chest. 3 to 5 sets on that, 8 to 10 reps. Just because that really is those are the only things we really have for chest this day. So I kind of bumped it up to, I could do up to 5 sets if I'm really feeling it. And then I have a superset in here of single dumbbell rear delt flies. Same thing as, bent over dumbbell rear delt flies, but holding on to something, bending over, and doing it with just one at a time, because I like to include at least one unilateral movement in all my workouts for, certain muscles I want to hit better. I'll do them one arm at a time. And that supersetted with those cable laterals I was telling you guys about. To 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps for each. So it's a superset. So I'll do one and then I'll do the other right after. And then I have 2 tricep movements and then another movement for the upper chest. I have straight bar pushdowns, 4 sets of 8, and then I have dumbbell skull crushers, 4 sets of 8 to 10. And basically, the reason I chose the dumbbell skull crushers in comparison to just the regular easy bar is, 1, it's hard on the wrist, it's hard on the elbow, and 2, I like the control you have with the dumbbells. It's essentially the same thing. You can still get the stretch at the end, and also, like I said, throwing that unilateral movement in there. And so I have the straight bars, 2 hands at a time, dumbbell skull crushers. It's not one arm at a time per se, but it's still, you're still, have control of both weights. And then I do have incline dumbbell flies as the kind of like the 6th optional movement. Like I said, if I have time, how I'm feeling, how's my upper chest looking. I do have 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 in there. Just in case I still feel like it's kind of lagging, kind of falling behind on the other ones. And next we have the pull hypertrophy workout, which again, pull downs being the kind of warm-up movement. Let me set this straight. The warm-up movement is not supposed to be a working set. It's not supposed to be your 6th optional exercise. It's just mainly just to get that mind muscle connection with whatever muscle you're trying to train that day. It's not supposed to be taxing. It's just supposed to be a warm-up, guys. So don't think that that's included in here, because it's not. Okay. So the pull, closed grip pull downs, by the way, will be the warm-up. So the pull workout consists of seal rows, and I'll have to make a video for you guys to show you how I do the seal rows. It's basically on an incline bench, and I have 2 dumbbells instead of usually you're on the flat bench and it's raised up and you have some kind of bar. But I like doing these ones 3 sets to 8, and then I have machine rows in here, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12. The machine row being, it can be either 2 at a time, it could be underhand, it could be unilateral with the handle. That's all really, like I said, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what I want to do. I have that in there, 3 sets of 10 to 12. And then the Meadows rows I was showing you guys about in my unilateral video. The where you take the T-bar setup, or you take the bar setup anyway, you put a weight on the end of it, you push it up against the wall, and it's kind of like a dumbbell row, but you have more extension, and it's a good way to really switch it up as far as T-bar rows goes. So I have those in there. This is where I was talking about getting the both heads of the bicep. I have the machine preacher curls in here. So we're going to be doing that as the main movement. 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 10 on that one, depending on how I'm feeling and volume goes. And then, so the accessory movement to that is a Smith machine hack squat. You guys have seen me do it. So I will be throwing that in there, 3 sets of 10. And then the leg extension is kind of just to even out the ham quad ratio. I have 5 sets of that in there, 10 to 12, possibly 15, maybe 20, depending on how I'm feeling. And for some more kind of quad volume, I have the close grip leg press in there, or the Smith Machine 45-degree leg press, which, if you guys watched my leg day alternative video, you would know that there's a certain way you can do it with the Smith Machine. So I'll throw one of those in there. I'll probably just rotate through the movements. Like I said, the close grip leg press being for the quad sweep, or the quad sweep rather. You kind of place your feet like this, and then after that I have the standing dumbbell calf raise, which you guys have seen me do. And then the leg, I'll switch that on and off every workout with the leg press calf raise. So the standing dumbbell calf raise is 1 leg at a time, and the leg press calf raise is 2 legs at a time. So it's easy to, especially when I'm doing the close grip leg press, I can kind of do the leg press and I can switch the weight, do my calf raise, and then kind of just have a little break, and then I get right back into the leg press again. So that is that's 5 exercises right there, with an optional 6th exercise if I feel I need it. And yes, alright, so this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I suck at doing deloads. I like the idea of deloads, and I really I want to believe in the idea of deloads. I do like giving my body a break every once in a while, but I also don't like going a week with doing nothing. So what I have come up with is every 4 weeks, instead of taking a deload week where I decrease the volume, decrease the weight, all that stuff, I'm going to be doing a push-pull leg split, but I'm going to be all the exercises in the workout routine will be unilateral. So I'll be able to go a little bit lighter with the weight because I'll be using, 1 arm or 1 leg at a time, but I'm still moving the glycogen around. I'm still getting a workout. I'm still focusing on, the symmetry while still giving my body a rest. So every 4 weeks, I'm going to be doing that. And I will probably make another video on all the unilateral movements that I'm going to be doing another time, because we're running pretty late on this one. But I want to share that with you guys. That's the new split change. I've been on a really bad split lately. I've been missing workouts, and workouts have been falling behind. You kind of do that where you don't have enough time to finish it, so you break it up into 2 workouts, and 2 workouts become 3, take a day off. So I was kind of doing like a chest one day, shoulders and triceps, and then I was like taking a day off and leg day, and then after leg day, back day, and then after back day it would be like biceps and traps. I don't want to do that. I want to be consistent. I want to be hitting everything twice a week. I want to be working on my weaknesses. That is the main goal here, is working on your weaknesses. Always trying to get better at them. Don't hide them, guys. Don't hide your weaknesses. Also, I am trying to hit 850 subscribers this month. So, share the crap out of this, and if you like the comment, give it a thumbs up. Tell me how much you appreciate it in the comment section, and I will add a video, if you did not see, of my day off the other day where I explained this. I was talking about it. I will put that right here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Been taking care of him and mom. I've been having fun. I'm playing God. I think it's time is playing shit.